Alright, in this section here we're going to be talking about radicals. So we're going to say we have the radical of 100, also known as, the square root of 100 here. We're looking for two numbers, and we multiply together, we get 100, and that would be 10. Now, there's assumed to be a 2 here, but we don't write it. We don't write the 2, we leave it blank. Okay? But even though I'm just letting you know. And of course, if I had to get this in exponent, this is in radical form. To write this in exponential form, alright, that's exponential form. So that's what we did in the previous section. If I had, okay, let's say in this particular one here, let's clear that out. This is 3 roots of 27. Now this can be rewritten as 27 raised to the 1/3 power. Alright, and so a number multiplied by itself 3 times, it gives us 27, and that's probably going to be 3. 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27. Alright, so 3 roots of 27, that's another way of saying this, is equal to 3. What if I had the square root of 9 times the square root of 4? If I wanted to put this under one single radical, this would be 9 times 4, or let me just write it like this, which is 36, but that all simplifies down to the square root of 36 is 6. Right? Okay. So we're going back and forth between radical, exponential notation, and all of a sudden I've lost my train of thought on that. I said it just a minute ago. Okay, so this is an exponential notation here. Now, if I wanted to get this into radical notation, we would say, okay, this is 3 roots of 7, and this piece here is squared. Now you can bring the 2 out or in, and I'm leaving it inside, which can be rewritten as 3 roots, and then this would be 49. Okay? We are converting the following expression to radicals. What about 8 raised to the 4/9? So this ends up being 9 and then 8 to the 4th, whatever that is. But this whole thing right here actually reduces down to 2 and 3 roots of 2. 2 times 3 roots of 2. If you wanted to simplify this all the way down. I'll let you figure out how to do that at this point. Okay, so we're going to get this, go from exponential form to radical form. So this becomes 4 roots of, and then the inside, this is 4xy, and it's all raised to the 3rd power. Of course, you could rewrite this as 4 roots of 4 cubed is 64. Yeah, xy, and I'll just leave it like Okay, so we're converting from exponential form to radical form. Let's say we have 5, I'm always using 5 seems like, x squared y, and it's all raised to the 2/5. And we want to get this in radical form. So this is going to be 5 roots of 5 x squared y, and because we have a 2 up here, this is all be squared inside. So we can rewrite this. So this is 5 squared is 25. Multiplying 2 times 2 is 4. And y squared. Alright. So we're not really concerned about trying to break this down and simplify it. We're just trying to learn how to go from radical or from exponential form to radical form. That's all. That's all we doing. So let's say that I have, this is quiz time. Quiz time. I've got the square root of 7, and I want to put that in exponential form. And let's say that we have 3 roots of 4 squared. And I'm going to get that in exponential form. And let's say we have 3 roots of, we'll use a different letter this time, a to the 15th. We want to get that in exponential form, so pause the video and you try to work those out on your own. Alright, so this one here is going to be 7 raised to the half. This is 4 squared raised to the 1/3, which is going to end up being 4 2/3. That's a 3 there. This one is a 15th, all raised to the 1/3, but we want to multiply our exponents, so this becomes 15 over 3. But you know what? We could actually reduce that down to 3 goes into 15 5 times. Alright, so there's the answers to that. There you go. Alright, what if we had 4 roots of x over 3 roots of x? I want to get this into exponential form. So this becomes x to the 1/4 over x to the 1/3. We can take this up into the numerator. Becomes negative 1/3. Now we're dealing with a fraction. And that's 3 minus 4 over 12, which is negative 1/12. So this becomes x to the negative 1/12. Well, you can rewrite that as 1 over x to the 12th, because we want to write our answer with positive exponents. Alright, we're going to have 5 roots of, and then inside that we got 3 roots of x squared. So we work our way from the inside out. You have x squared raised to the 1/3, and all of that is going to be raised to the 1/5. And of course we multiply our exponents, so this becomes 2 times 1/3 times 1/5 is x to the 2 over 15. Alright, let's simplify some radical expressions here. If I had the square root of 25 x squared y squared. Alright, so I can rewrite this as the square root of 25 times the square root of x squared times the square root of y squared. And the square root of 25 is 5. The square root of x squared is x. And the square root of y squared is y. Alright, pretty simple. Let's look at another. We have 9x squared y to the 4th and z to the 6th. So we're going to have the square root of 9, the square root of x squared, the square root of y to the 4th, and the square root of z to the 6th. So the square root of 9 is 3. The square root of a square is just going to be x. This one here is going to be, might be a little trickier. This is, remember, I'll write this up here, y to the 4th, and it's all raised to the half power. 4 times 2, or 4 times a half is 2. So we're left with y squared. Alright, what about this one here? I'll write this out of the way over here. So this is z to the 6th, and it's all raised to the half. And we multiply our exponents, so a half of 6 is 3. So that would be z to the 3rd power. Alright, z to the 3rd power. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to be done in this section. Right, so you should know how to convert from radical form to exponential form, and then do some basic simplifying down on that. And in the next section, we'll be talking more about radicals.